Hi guys, Mark here. Hope you're all well today. Well, welcome along to a review on the all-new 2021 Yamaha Tracer 9 GT. Stick around and I'll give you my thoughts on it. Well guys, today we've got the 2021 Yamaha Tracer 9 GT to review for you all. And this is kindly loaned to me by the guys at Crescent Yamaha here in Dorset in the south of England. So we'll just run through the specifications in the usual fashion on this amazing new sports touring machine. So this is the top of the range GT model that comes in retail at £12,202. And just for comparison, the base model, which I also reviewed a few weeks ago, is £10,202. So new for this year, we've got the all-new Euro 5 890cc CP3 triple engine, and that's up in cc's from last year's model of 847cc. Power is up as well, 119 PS at 10,000 RPM. Got 93 newton meters of torque at 7,000 RPM. One of the best bits about this engine being a triple is it's just got glorious linear power and loads of low down pull. Absolutely seriously impressive engine this is. So we've got an 18-litre fuel tank on these bikes. So these are actually very economical. If you ride them carefully, you can get well over 50 to the gallon, UK gallon, so you should get a range of well over 150 miles, I would say. Tyres on these, we've got a 120 on the front, Bridgestone Battle Axe Sport Touring T32, and on the rear we've got a 180 17. So wet weight on these is 220 kilos, so not too bad for a big bike. Seat height on these, it's adjustable. You've got 810 millimeters on the low position, that's what it's on now, and it manually adjusts to 825 in the higher position without tools. I'll just put in a quick cutscene of me on the bike. Just bear in mind I'm 5'7" tall with a 30-inch inside leg, and I can't quite get my feet down. I can get the balls of my feet down, but I'm not flat-footed, so do bear that in mind. So this is Europe's best-selling sports touring machine, and it's good. You know, you can see why. It's got power, comfort, all-round ability, well priced, and they've sold over 50,000 units of these have been sold since it first came out in 2015. Screen is manually adjustable, up and down about 50mm. Under the rear seat there is a tiny bit of storage. Probably put a sandwich or a drink in there, or some tools or a lock, something like that. Not massive, but not bad. You got a USB 12-volt power socket there, cigarette lighter type. Sorry, not USB, cigarette lighter. So you may have to get an adapter if you want to use a USB. So with the GT model, what you're getting basically over the base model is you're getting the electronic suspension, 10-stage heated grips, up and down quick shifter, and your side panniers. So the suspension on this is absolutely fantastic. It's KYB semi-active suspension that constantly adjusts front and rear damping for smoother and more secure ride. And what they've done is they've still kept the preload adjuster So the semi-active side of it just does the rebound. So these panniers, side cases, they're really nice because they come off very cleanly with no nasty scaffolding here. They do apparently take a full face helmet, so they look pretty cavernous to me. You can also get the optional top box on the back here. You got LED lights all round, LED cornering lights. As I said, the 10 level heated grips, which is nice. So that, you know, they actually look really nicely fitted, you know, and I presume they're all operated through the menu system. Up and down quick shifter, and it really works well. More of that later. You've got a 6-axis IMU and lots of lean sensitive rider aids. You've got 3-mode traction control, you've got slide control, wheelie control and brake control. And new for this year, it's got a longer swinging arm, 64mm longer, to improve high-speed stability. So good service intervals on these. You've got 6,000 on the oil change service, 6,000 miles, and 24,000 miles for the valves. And these come in the Icon Performance, which I think is my favourite. It's sort of like black and silver. They come in the Tech Camo, and they also come in the red line colour. So there you go, guys. I think with further ado, let's go for the test ride. Okay guys, welcome aboard Yamaha's all new Tracer 9 GT, kindly known to me by Crescent Yamaha in south of England. So when you first get aboard this, wow, as with all sort of Tracers, I've ridden quite a few over the years, you know, very impressive, lovely big commanding riding position. My feet aren't flat to the floor, and I'm 5'7". I'm sort of on my balls of my feet. So if you're 5'5", I don't think this bike will be suitable for you. If you're sort of 5'7", 5'10", 6 foot plus, absolutely fine. But below my height, you might struggle with this a little bit. So just run through all the switch gear. You've got your mode button just here. You've got a scroll button there. You've got your cruise control, hazards, horn, indicators, high and low beam, and pass. We have a non-adjustable for span clutch and an adjustable for span brake lever. Obviously heated grips on this model, your kill switch and your start, your menu button and your scrolling wheel, and that's about it for switch gear. So the key is down here, so it's not too bad for access. So all for new for this year, we have this dual screen dash, which obviously lots of people are commenting on this. Some people like it, some people don't like it. Post your comments down below on this screen, but either way, there's lots of information here. I won't go into it now. You could almost do a separate video on this, but you've got all your suspension mode, A1, A2 suspension, traction control. There's a huge amount of info on here. Odometer, average miles per gallon. You can scroll through absolutely everything. All your warning lights along the top. Really nice screen. It may not pick it up on the camera here. It didn't on the last video. People were saying that it's not very bright, but just rest assured it is super clear and easy to read, even in bright sunlight like this. So start it up. So you're instantly greeted with that lovely 3-cylinder triple, which gives a glorious triple growl. Very nice. So let's try this out. So I've always been a fan of the Tracer. It really is a great all-round sports tourer. So we've got a nice light assist and slipper clutch on this, very nice and light. The take is about halfway on the travel of the lever. So lovely pulling away. Straight away with the triple engine, there is masses and masses of low down torque. So lovely seamless quick shifter on this. Works very well actually, even first to second, to second to third. Normally they're a bit clunky, but this is very smooth.
So it works on the up and the down. So we're in 5th gear now. Just shutting it down to 4th, no clutch, down to 3rd, no clutch. So very, very smooth on the down change as well. Top marks that for there. There's a lot of switches on the left hand console, but it's all pretty easy to use. So the first thing you notice is it makes a glorious noise. Wow, one of the absolute best noises any motorcycle can make, in my opinion. So lots of overtaking power, absolutely effortless getting by. Oh, this is one of those bikes, guys, that within about half a mile you fall in love with it. It's really, really nice. So let's run through it all in the usual fashion. So starting at the top, the screen. Now that is quite a touchy subject on motorcycles, especially tracers. A lot of people complain about this screen. For me personally, I'm not that tall, 5'7". It's in the highest position. It works fine for me. If I just go up a few inches, it becomes quite loud, and my helmet's quite noisy. But for me, in the highest position, it's fine. If I put it down, if I can, that automatically becomes quite noisy now. So I'll put it back up in the highest position. But if you're a taller rider than me, you may want to look for other screens. So anyway, screen is okay for me as a shorter rider, but you may want something bigger if you're taller. Mirrors, very, very clear. I can see about 30% of my elbows and shoulders, but generally a very nice clear view behind with no vibrations. So at this speed we're doing 60 miles an hour, we're doing 3,500 RPM in top gear. So very, very relaxing. This is obviously a tourer. If you want to go long distances on this, it's got a very, very relaxing, lazy engine if you want it to be. But on the other end of the scale, it's completely mental when you pull its tail. So just opening it up now in top gear, loads of top gear pull. I'm guessing this top speed on this is somewhere around 150 mile an hour. So the new clocks, the dual clocks on the dash, there's a lot going on there. There's lots to look at, but I can very quickly see my speed, my gear, my revs, and then all on the other screen there, average miles per gallon, odometer, and all of that is fully customizable as well. So lovely big wide bars, lots of control, commanding riding position, nice hand guards. I can't feel any wind on my hands at all. Obviously this GT model comes with 10 level heated grips, so that's a nice touch for the colder days. So I've already been on this bike for about an hour now, and the seat feels firm. It's not one of those seats that you sit on and it's like instantly plush, like say a Versys or a Triumph Tiger 1200. But no sort of like issues with num-bum at the moment, and I would say it's comfortable enough for all day riding. So second gear now, just coming out, full throttle, just short shifting. Wow, sounds glorious, absolutely amazing bursting mid-range, really good. Fourth gear, just winding on it a bit, lovely. Say it just sounds fantastic with that standard exhaust. Obviously it's Euro 5, but it's lost none of that triple loveliness. So leg position, again, not at all sporty. They're back slightly, I would say. Have a look at me on the bike and on the cutscene, but very, very comfortable, loads of leg room. I've got lots of room in the tank here, so if you had big long legs, there's plenty of room. Oh, They really have got it right with this engine. It really puts a lot of fun into touring this bike. Quick shifters, faultless, lovely. Yeah, this is one of those bikes I could easily ride this all day. So quick shifter down to third, lovely. Yeah, very, very impressive. Nice and safe amount of power to get by. Okay, so let's talk about the suspension. New on this bike, semi-active suspension. So it just does the semi-active on the rebound and the rebound and compression damping. The preload is manually adjustable for load on the front and the rear. And what it is you've got A1 and A2. That's it. A1 is like the sporty and firm. A2 is the more plush touring mode. And I've got it in A2 at the moment. And to me, to my seat of the pants, it feels exemplary. You know, this is a very bumpy road around Dorset, and it kind of automatically adjusts. So if you're going along on the smooth, it will firm up. If you suddenly hit bumps, it will soften up. And so far, to me, it's just totally plush and perfect. So 5 stars for the suspension. It does, to me, feel better than the base model suspension. So that's good. Right, we'll just try a quick brake test. Get around this bend. Right, full front brakes. Yeah, very strong. Not sort of Brembo standard, but a good solid sort of 7 or 8 out of 10. So we're 4th gear now. We'll just try some roll on. 3,500 revs. Yeah, lovely, lovely mid-range. So we'll just try the cruise control. There you go. Cruise control, 60 miles an hour, hands-free. Very, very smooth. So that all works lovely. Just try speeding up a bit. Yeah, that all works on the plus and the minus. Very easy. Great. General feel of the bike doesn't feel heavy at all. It's just kind of that nice weight. It's not too heavy like some big tourers can be, and it's not too light. So, you know, for all-round stability, flickability, road holding, comfort, I think they pretty much nailed it with this. So good service interval, 6,000 miles. I do like the fact that it comes with the heated grips, the quick shifter and the panniers. It's very nice. Oh, the auto blip downshift is absolutely fantastic. You probably can't hear the sound it's making, but it sounds great. So 2nd gear, full throttle. Wow. Yeah. Very, very impressive amount of power. Okay, we just try out the back brake now. Oh yeah, lovely. It's got lots of bite. You could easily lock that up. Obviously ABS is standard on these now. So let's just look at the cruising revs again. So we're 60 mile an hour now, just under 4,000 RPM. So if you're cruising at sort of 80 odd on a motorway, something like that, abroad, you'd only be doing about 5,000 RPM. So very, very relaxing cruising. Top marks. Okay, let's just slow this right down, nothing behind. See what the low speed fueling is like, just to simulate going through town. So 5th gear, just over 30, incredibly smooth. There's no surging in the fueling or hunting or any nasties where it's not running perfectly. Yeah, that's lovely. So if you having to go through town on this, yeah, look at that, running like a sewing machine, completely smooth, no sort of like surging or hiccups or anything. Very nice. Opening it up, 5th gear. Fantastic. So you've got four rider modes, I believe, on this as well. I'm currently in number 2. Number 1 is the most aggressive, 2 is a little bit softer, so's 3, and 4 is like a rain mode. So these engines, I've read, are very economical. If you're cruising, you can get a good sort of 55, maybe even 60 to the gallon out of these engines. Yeah, this is really good. I can see why people like these and why they've sold so many. So guys, just to summarise the Tracer 9 GT, £12,000 approximately new. Fantastic torque rich engine with loads of character. Very, very involving to ride this bike. Suspension feels fantastic to me with this semi-active. Quick shifter is faultless on the up and the down. Good commanding riding position. Good strong brakes. Very, very good at long distance. I could easily see myself on this for 8 hours. I say it's not a super plush seat. I'm sure there are other people that change them a bit and make them a bit softer, but I've got no complaints really. Nice that it's adjustable as well. That's great. So all in all, a very, very good, all-round, competent, fun, very good fun sports touring machine. Obviously, other competitors are like Triumph's Tiger 900. That gets excellent reviews, but I think this is just for the money. What you get, level of specification is first class. Okay guys, we'll just wrap this up now. Let's have our final walk round. Lovely view. While I'm thinking about it, I did mean to say the engine is super smooth throughout the whole rev range. So I did take it to higher RPMs. In the mid-range and at low down, there's no nasty kind of vibrations or tingles that are going to make you numb. It's just got lots of character. You can feel that engine. It is a visceral experience, but can't complain about any vibrations on it. So we'll just give it a rev, let you hear that glorious sound. See what it's like into neutral from first. That's easy, great. So hopefully you can see this time with the daylight. Try and get you in there to have a look at that screen. So as I say, if you can't see it very well on the camera, don't worry, it is very, very clear and easy to read. Give you a little look at that. You can adjust all this with the mode button down here, and the scrolling wheel basically changes all of this here, and you go into it by pressing here, all over here. That's the settings. So there you go. Side stand, decent and easy to find. I like that. Yeah, that is a superb sports tourer. Let's just see what she's like to push around. That's actually very easy. You know, for quite a big bike, that's no problem at all. Just see what centre stand's like to put it on. So it could go very wrong. That's very easy. There you go. Let's get back there and show you that. So there's your preload adjuster for the rear shock, and you've got your preload adjusters just down in there on the forks. That's all good. So guys, what do you think of that then? Yamaha Tracer 9 GT. So There's a lot of bikes in this market, sports touring, but definitely this is one of the top 3, I would say. You know, there's a lot up there that are really good, but this is definitely right up there. So I'll just give you a final walk round. So screen is pretty big, fine for me, but obviously a lot of people want to change these. A lot of people don't like these screens. So we get LEDs, cornering lights, KYB semi-active suspension, 4-piston caliper brakes. There's your star of the show, Yamaha triple. So good decent side cases that come off easily. They just clip on there. LEDs all round. Very nice. Okay guys, well, post your comments down below please. What your thoughts? Have you got one of these? Got one on order? Have you got the older model? How's it going? What do you think of them? Always good to read all your comments. So give me a thumbs up please guys. Like, share and subscribe as always. Catch you again in another week or two for another review. Ride safe guys, all the best. Bye bye for now.